These your ends, yeah?
Yeah, my ends, you know, the beautiful, luxurious Lincoln streets.
Nothing like that big compound up from back home, yeah?
Well, it's humble beginnings.
Yeah.
So that, you know, this documentary, when I become big, you know, be like, this is where it all started.
Yeah.
My name is Ikenna Noble or Demalam, and I'm an artist. Go.
Music is about emotions. A great man called Sheck West once said, "Ain't nobody trying to listen to that intellectual ass shit. It's all about emotions."
Giddy love, is this love gonna last forever? Giddy love, is this day gonna get much better? Giddy love.
I think to myself, with each release, with each step of the way, you're getting better.
Giddy love, will I forever be your only? Giddy love, if you know me, so make you tell me you're my love.
And I see with you, there's a lot of natural confidence.
Mm-hmm.
But was there once a point in time in your life where you didn't have this confidence or you were lacking?
To be fair, I've always sort of performed in a lot of stuff. So from when I was younger, I've always liked singing and dancing. I always used to watch Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, and all these people on the TV. And this sounds funny, but then any sort of party, children's party, maybe someone's 5-year-old, 6-year-old. Throughout all that time, there'd always be a dance sort of competition, and I'd win a party pack. That is something. It's just like a little pack.
Is there any way we can change what? Wait, someone get a file. See if we can change what music video we're doing. Let's see if we can change the artist.
We still have a lot to lose by giving up. Oh my love.
I did start off as a classical pianist, then a jazz pianist. So for me, it's instruments and the music sound first. So basically, these days I sort of think of what type of song I want to make, whether it's a hip hop song, an Afrobeat song, what sort of vibe.
Retro feel, retro groove, retro kiss.
Lively or more chilled out thing, and then I just think of, I normally try and think of it in the sense of hybrids. What do I want to bring? So what factors from two different styles of music do I want to combine? And I think of what I need to get there, and I think of what are the obstacles and what sort of things I need to learn, or if I can do it already, fine. So I start off with that, go to the piano, make up a concept, take it to the studio, draw up all the factors from the two sides, or 3 or 4 multiple things, and then bash it all together. And once I'm happy with the instrumental, we go on to the song writing. Then I start thinking, what do I want it to be about? And just, yeah.
You make a new project, and in that moment, that thing you've made is the best thing,
So when was that for you?
realistically, you've ever made. And because it's the best thing you've ever made, and you tend to get anxious and fear your ability to make something better. So you want to hold on to that sort of piece of gold. Each song is like a child, and you want to wait until you have the right number of followers, until you have the money, until you have this, until you have that, until the perfect date. You want everything to align to give that project the best success.
At one stage, you almost got kicked out of university. I wonder if it was because of the balance between your music, your craft, and education. So,
well, it is a hard task to juggle the two, especially and that was like 100% of the reason. It's just that I can't tell them, you can't go to you can't go to a panel meeting and tell them, oh, I'm not attending because I'm making bangers.
Let's say uni doesn't work out and music doesn't work out. Like
One of them has to work out. I don't want to think of that because not that it's not going to be the end of the world, but it's going to be a really bad situation. Yeah, it's going to be bad.
Really? Boarding school in Nigeria it wasn't really the same because I went to a school called Day Waterman College, and that was close to Lagos. It was in Abeokuta in Ogun State, and it was good. It was a different boarding school in the sense that we were the first set, so we were the first people. We opened the school basically, so we didn't have many seniors. The school started off with year 7 and year 8, but yeah, it was basically just like 6 people in the year ahead of us. So we were the seniors, and we were the first set of the school. It was a nice experience, and then boarding there was different in the sense that it was one of the top end schools. So unlike other ones, they give us food about 6 times a day there, which is very rare for Nigerian schools in general. But yeah, it was fantastic.
And then comparing boarding school in Nigeria to boarding school in Kent.
I kind of preferred the Nigerian one, although here there was more freedom, so that's one thing. But they didn't give us as much food, to be honest. And
do you feel more freedom being away from parents?
Yeah, always. Remember, I'm an only child.
Do you ever wish you was not an only child?
Do I ever wish I wish that till I was 12, then you get accustomed to it and you don't really wish it anymore. I used to. All the way till I was 10, I used to pray all the time.
Why'd you stop?
I don't know when I stopped, but then my mother played a mean trick on me. She told me I should call God, and that God's phone number was in the Bible. So I read the whole thing, and yeah, his number wasn't there.
What was that lesson?
His lesson was I don't know what the lesson was. I think the lesson was that now I know most of the Bible. It's been a while since I've read all the stories again, but I know most of the stories pretty well.
Do you feel as if you're closer to God or further away from Him since you got here?
Since I go to church. Am I closer to God? And I think yes, actually. I think yes. I think yes.
Last time we was with you was on a video shoot for Rich, right?
Yeah.
And the interview before that, you was talking about getting into the hip hop scene a bit.
Yeah.
And how have you found that so far? Getting into that vibe, getting into those conventions and the music videos that we commonly see, like women, money, and things. Do you feel as if that is good representation of yourself?
Well, it's not, as a good artist, you have to think of it in perspective of the song. The song itself says, man, I just want to be rich, super rich, which is actually something that I do want to be. The song speaks to the freedom and the yearning for freedom that is often brought about by financial strength, So basically, money makes you free, money gives you power, and the video is meant to reflect the lyrics of the song. So in that sense, yes, it is very much indeed in accordance with the themes of the song.
So I've taken you to this location, right? The reason I've taken you to this location is because it's quite isolated. And I feel like it's a chance for us to get to know you, like the person behind the artist, behind the name Ikenna,
Yeah.
So throughout the course of this interview, I'll be asking you a bit more personal questions.
Okay.
I like things like your current status here, because I know that you run into some trouble with the university. If you want to speak on it, you can.
Yeah, no, it's they're trying to kick me out. It's bullshit. I'll tell you. Basically, apparently, I haven't been attending enough. I am redoing second year, so like I have been to a lot of the things that I'm doing now before. They're saying that at the rate I'm going, they're trying to. Basically, we've had a panel meeting, and they gave me 2 weeks to meet some certain conditions in which I did not meet. So now they've decided to withdraw my enrollment. And
Did you make
so basically what happens is that when they withdraw, you've got 10 days to make an appeal, 10 working days, in which time my dad has flown over from Nigeria to here. Basically it's just because, and to be fair, we've not said anything that's not the truth. I wasn't able to do that because of just some issues. My parents have getting divorced, and that sort of created a lot of mental issues. Not feeling my best. But then, and the uni, they've chosen to not be very considerate, because the fact is that the only reason why this matters as much as it does is because I'm an international student, and they're worried about the home office and all that bullshit. But that's where it's at right now.
Do you feel partially responsible for this, or any part of responsibility for being put in this position?
No. Look, they're dickheads. It's as simple as that. It's simply because I'm an international student. It's funny because we pay, like, I don't know exactly how much, but I mean, you guys pay 9,000, we pay 14,500. So you do the math. That's an extra 5,500.
Want to talk a bit about like the pill itself?
No.
Is it something that's still ongoing? The reasons as to...
Well, the divorce is still in court. And it's just there's not that much to talk about other than so what I've said. The good side is that my dad coming over to help with this has given me time to sort of talk with him and know him a bit better. I don't know.
Was your relationship a bit strained before that?
It wasn't, but it just wasn't like where it should sort of be. So like I wasn't angry with him or anything. We just didn't talk as much as we ought to have been talking, to be fair. But no.
What do you think the reason was for that?
What do I think the reason was? When times like this come, there's not really a reason. It's just like it just happens, innit? It's life at the end of the day. I don't know, since the whole thing they started splitting apart. Communication all over the place. We feel with the whole family on both sides has gone a bit downhill. The only people in my family that I communicate with as of now are the ones in our generation, so cousins that I like because I have a lot of them. You know, typical African family. My dad had
You visit America
they were
quite a few times.
they were 11 in their family. So as you can imagine, I have a shit ton of cousins, but I only talk to a few of them. Yeah, the one in America is one we're quite close, but yeah.
So you're just telling me about this opportunity that was in London.
Yeah, so basically, I've been on this website called Star now for a bit, and it's just basically to help me find jobs within the industry, both in music and film. And I applied for this audition. So I went last weekend to London to audition for some A&R people, and they called me over the weekend and said that they'd like to at least start off with one song and then see how it goes from there. So tomorrow I'll be going down there to London to record a track that I just produced last night. Where do I see myself in a couple of years? In a couple of years, I hope to be a much bigger artist than I am now. So in a couple of years, I hope to be doing shows. In a couple of years, I'll definitely be doing shows. In a couple of years, I'll have thousands, if not millions, more streams on all platforms. In a couple of years, I'm gonna be going good.
Do you think
by God's grace.
Do you think any of this will be affected considering everything that's happening in terms of uni? Does that ever worry you?
Well, it does, but then it's not going to be, whatever happens, it's not going to be the end of my life. You know, things will still go on. Again, it's just to power through it. It's just to never stop, and I haven't ever been able to stop, especially music. I haven't ever been able to stop music, so I don't think I'll be stopping anytime soon.
You talk about music as if it's more than what we intend it now to be. It's like a friend to you.
Yeah.
It's like someone that's been there throughout your past and this is the
That's because it has. You know, when I say it's like and it's actually good that you mentioned that, because back in school when I'd skip classes to be in the studio or to be playing the piano, they'd say they'd say of stuff like, okay, just slow down on the music, stop it for now, stop it there, just. And I don't think my parents or my teachers or anyone or any of these people have ever been able to realize that I can't stop it. When I say I can't, it's like, yeah, you can, but if I stop for a long time, something just feels out of place, incomplete. Like it feels like I'm not being myself when I go long. And when I say a long time, I mean like 2 weeks without doing anything music related. It just feels, what are you doing, you know? So in that sense, it has always been a big part of my life. And yeah.
So I guess with that being said, if you had an option of university and music, you choose.
That's not even a choice. Look, I hate this shit called university, okay? I'm tired of this shit. I just can't wait for it to end. If I had a choice between university and music, I choose music, like any day, anytime. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
No problem. You see, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you might miss it. You were meant to pan to them picking up the money. I'll just give a small acoustic performance. Man, I just wanna be rich, super rich, make the party lit, super lit, fucking on a bitch, in my whip, fucking on your bitch, in my crib, go around the town, causing trouble with my squad, get so high off the money that we're not above the law. Please don't bring me down, no, 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 no. This shit is never easy when you're on this road. Sometimes it does get lonely. It was like you're on your own, yeah, on your own, on your own, on your own. And yeah, that is Rich.
Man, I just wanna be rich, super rich, make the party lit, super lit, fucking on a bitch, in my whip, go around the town, causing trouble with my squad, get so high off the money that we're now